Hi, I have to say, I have found writing with actors in mind to be really useful. I can picture them in situations and kind of know how they'll be. When I wrote Offending Angels, one of the kick-off points was having a sense of how Sean Parks might look with a face full of walnuts. Believe it or not, that image in my head was the jumping off point that started my whole feature odyssey. Likewise, as a squirrel, he sees himself in the mirror for the first time. I found the idea of it hilarious, so I wrote it down.
Are those nuts?
This, as I say, was far easier to do knowing the actor as well as I did. Now, for a lot of you out there, this may not be an option, though I expect a lot of you have had dealings with actors and have worked on other projects, be they features or shorts, in the past. But even if your lead is going to be the old guy who lives 2 doors down, who's never done a day's acting in his life, you still have a really good idea about who this man is and how he might behave in any given situation. What this gives you rewards you 1,000-fold in the execution, so long as they can act. Because what you saw in your mind's eye is now standing in front of you, doing that very thing you saw them doing, and you have a camera capturing it all. What could be better than that? So whatever your story might be, I do find it really helps to picture who might be playing the part. You may not always be able to do it for all of the parts, and of course, when it comes time to shoot, the person you always envisaged in that role may not even be available. That's just how the cookie crumbles. You have to stay open, malleable. You don't have the cash to get precious and start throwing all your toys out of the pram. Develop. Change. So often you'll hear a story of someone who, when presented with a seemingly insurmountable problem, gets around it to produce something far better than it would have been if things had turned out the way they'd planned them. The shark in Jaws is a perfect example. Bruce, as he was called, kept failing. So Spielberg famously shot around the shark, introducing him far later in the film than originally planned. But the effect of this, having this unknown, unseen menace chomping its way through Amity residents, was a masterstroke. Likewise, when you have someone who was going to play a part but for whatever reason didn't, and now the iconic performance feels irreplaceable. Sir Alec Guinness was courted to play Gandhi. He turned it down. Imagine though. Richard Gere was asked to do Han Solo. I could go on. Again, the salient takeaway from this is good actors bring their own stuff to the table, and what they bring may be completely different to what you saw or how you saw it unfolding, but it might still be the making of your film. Who knew Ben Kingsley was before Gandhi? Be open. You can't afford not to be on your budget. But likewise, consider that the script would, in all likelihood, not have been written if you hadn't had someone in mind to play that part in the first place, even if they drop out for whatever reason. So maybe the script needs a slight tweak to make it fit the new girl, but so what? And I'd go even further. Think of a famous actor in a role if no one you know comes to mind, if it helps you write that part. Now, you maybe aren't going to get Priyanka Chopra to play the part, but if she helped you write it, if she helped you get it down on the page, then how is that wrong? Lastly, it's no budget. So wait until your actor is free and go and make the movie. Simple. Don't think, do.